What up, this your boy Boss, and welcome back to the channel, man. As always, I appreciate you guys coming through, kicking with your boy, and just checking out the channel. The support that you guys give me is second to none. I wouldn't be able to do a lot of this stuff down here in the fish room if it wasn't for you guys liking the videos, commenting, just watching the content, period. So I appreciate every single last one of you guys, man. You guys are definitely some real ones. But today's video, we are going to be showing you how to strip some African cichlids. I have a female that's holding right now. So for people that know how to do this, it might not be for you right away, but for the people that's never seen this done, we're going to be doing that today. Plus, we also got some more fry in the fish room that I'm going to give you guys a little update on. But first, let me give you a little update on the fish room. Currently got all these lights off right now because I don't want to have much of a glare on these aquariums. But I'm going to go through and show you guys some of the tanks because I just love showing my fish. I know you guys love seeing the fish. So we'll start at this tank right here. I'll turn the aperture down so you guys can get a little better look at what the fish look like from my perspective. But I went ahead, I don't know if you can see him, he's swimming. I went ahead and added this African cichlid into this aquarium because this dude was just super mean and nasty. All he was doing was trying to kill the other Africans, breed with all the females. He was just a bully. So I had to put him in here with these South and Central Americans so he can get his act in order because he was tripping, man. So he's in here, he's swimming, he's doing good. All these fish in here are pretty peaceful. So I think this is just going to be the best situation for right now until I can figure out what to do with him, because like I say, he's just too mean and nasty. And I'm noticing, looking at this aquarium, that the wave maker is pointing down, so it's kind of got the substrate all jacked up, so I need to fix that. But another thing I noticed on this tank too is that I'm growing this type of mushroom on this driftwood. I don't understand. I've never seen that before. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section, why is that doing that? In all my years of keeping fish, I've never seen a mushroom grow on a piece of driftwood that's out the water. So maybe it's like a fungus or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure you guys in the comment section who are way smarter than me can let me know what's going on there. And I'm looking at all this pothos too. This pothos is just like growing like crazy. You can see it all the way coming out that filter down there, and it just runs all the way. It starts over here in this 45. So that's why a lot of these aquariums over here are in pretty pristine condition, because this pothos is pulling out all the ammonia, all the nitrates out of these aquariums. So if you want to add any extra filtration to your tanks, get you some of these plants, and it would do wonders. I've been growing this plant for probably almost a year now. It just started off with just a little root, and it just grows like crazy, and it does great and wonders on filtering your aquarium. So just wanted to highlight that because I think that is awesome. Look at these dudes over here though. Super beautiful tank, man. This is actually, if you go back and look at my first video, this is the first tank that I set up when I started my channel. I was setting up this tank, and I've never lost none of the fish that I put in here. Everybody's just healthy, doing good, breeding, just a perfect aquarium, man. So anytime you get a tank that's just working, you just gotta appreciate it, man. That's what this tank is for me. It's just beautiful tank. It just works. See them flag pheasants over there, I bet they breeding again too, because they just kind of hang out in that little area. So I'm sure they got some eggs on that little piece of rock or whatever that is. Beautiful. If you guys notice in the 45, it looks a little different. It looks pretty blared. It's kind of cloudy because I had moved everything out of here, took all the plants out. So it's a little cloudy. I need to clear up a little bit more. But I added in my Hecklei's into this aquarium because they was in another tank with my green terror, and he was just being too mean and nasty and bullying these guys. So I put them up here on this sand substrate, which is preferred for them anyways, because they're earth eaters. And I'm just gonna raise them up in here for right now. And I definitely want to add in some other South American. I was thinking maybe like some wild species of angels, or maybe like some wild discus or something. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section what we should get for this tank. But I kind of want to keep it like South American theme, because that's pretty much what I like. If you guys haven't noticed, I got just tanks, 4 tanks of just South and Central American fish. So I really love these species of fish. I think they're very peaceful. They have a lot of personality, a lot of color, and just a lot of originality about them. So I really like these species. So let me know in the comment section what type of other species should we get for this aquarium. Once these guys is fully healthy from getting beat up, I will probably start adding in more fish. For right now, I'm gonna let them just get back strong in this aquarium by themselves, because they're super peaceful fish. Let's look down here at this African cichlid tank. It just caught my eye. That fryer eye just colored the heck up. You see that zebra bleeping over there, Mel? He's colored up too. Haven't had much more breeding out of this tank, but I'm not really too worried about it. A lot of these fish are kind of like getting a little bit older, and I've got tons of fry out of these guys, so I'm not really too worried about it. Just letting them live out their lives and be in a nice tank. And I like looking at it. It just looks really good. But eventually, you know, I definitely want to get these peacocks to breed. You can see he has about 3 females, 2 females hiding back up in the corner. But I definitely want to get more fry out of him because he's a very beautiful fish. Ooh, he's being a bully, huh? Mean and nasty. Everybody hungry right now, though, too. Like all the fish. I bet if I do this over every tank, every fish gonna be up. Cause this is the normal time I feed these guys over here. I still ain't changed that background here, so don't get on me in the comment section about that. But I added in more Africans in here. As you can see, we got some electric blue Johannes in here, and we added in a couple of Rusties in here as well, because these guys are pretty peaceful. They're not breeding for me, so I'm like, you know what, they can go in here and relax and live out their lives with these guys for right now. And we still got that giant Daniel. Let me go over here, man. Let me get a better angle on this tank. You see that giant Daniel just still in here swimming with the Africans. It gets me every time. Watch this. See how they all come up. He be right up there with them. Look at that. Just mean and nasty. I swear these giant Daniels can live with any fish. Put them in with some monsters, I guarantee they'll live. You can't catch them. But yeah, that's what's going on in this tank though right now. It's like, again, I'm just letting these guys live out their lives. Not too worried about if they breed or not. Just letting them live their lives, taking care of them, because that's what I'm in the hobby for. Just taking care of my fish, and I love my fish. So, and I love breeding fish. That's what really got me into the hobby in the first place, was breeding fish. What's going on over here? Got the green terror. He just went back in the bag. And there's 2 Jack Dempseys in here as well, but I moved those guys out of here because they were being some bullies as well. So sometimes you got to move fish and don't work out. You got to keep going. But like I said, that's what got me into the hobby, was breeding fish in the first place. It's just trying different species and trying to breed them, and that's what really keeps me going in the hobby. Look at these guys. I bet they're hungry too. Look at that red devil just colored up. Look at him compared to that orange pot. He more oranger than that pot. Just colored up. It's green Texas. I said green Texas, but regular Texas is starting to get some color as well. Look at the Dovide that popped out. They super hungry. Gonna have to feed them when I'm done shooting this video. The Vieja looking good too. Let me stand back over here. Get another angle of them. This whole tank is just looking good, man. It's like, I know these fish are going to outgrow this aquarium, but for right now, I'm enjoying them in this tank. But they are definitely eventually going to have something way bigger than this. But for right now, they're doing good. I had the 2 Jack Dempseys in here with them, but I moved them out of here. And I try to move them down there. They just too mean and nasty, so got to just keep figuring out the best situation. But for right now, we've got these 4 fish in. We got the Texas, we got the female Dovide, and we have the Vieja and the red devil. But let's fast forward a little bit. I want to show you guys this aquarium right here. So these are pretty much all my swordtails. It's mainly males because pretty much all I have is males. All they want to produce is males. So I went ahead and put in all my different species of swordtails into this aquarium, and it's pretty much going to be their retirement tank. A lot of these fish have bred for me multiple times, and I've had them a couple of years now. So I'm just going to let them live out their lives and do what they want to do in this 20 long, and they're just swimming. So we got about 3, maybe 4 different species of swordtails, and I really love this species because they have a lot of different varieties, a lot of colors, and they coexist really well. You can breed them with guppies, you can keep them with other type of fish. I just really like swordtail. So that's what's going on in this 20 long right now. And there's a female African in here too. I don't know if we can see her, but I have a female African in here as well because she's holding, and I just went ahead and left her in here because I know these swordtails won't bother her. And then probably another week or so, I'll pull her out and strip her. Then I'll move her to the tank with the other African cichlids. But for right now, that's what's going on. So I just added a couple little rocks, put some plants back there, threw some boosts in between, and I'm gonna let this tank just mature, not gonna mess with it, and let these fish live out their life. I can kind of see a couple of them still chasing these females that's in there, but they're gonna try to breed, but I don't really care if they do breed. I just wanted to have a beautiful swordtail tank. Down here, I put in another breeding colony of flamingo guppies so I can get a better, closer shot. That's the male right here. And he's in here with a bunch of females doing his thing. So he got about 15 females. So hopefully he can hit these girls up so that way I can keep this line going. I've been breeding this line for probably about 2, maybe 3 years now. And they do really well for me. So I just want to keep them going. And I just love fish and I don't like getting rid of fish. So I don't even care. I've sold a bunch of these and I still have a bunch. So I just let them just keep doing their thing, man. We got some nice, beautiful, fat females in there. I'm none pregnant yet, but they will definitely get there. Let me show you guys this tank down here. See if you can get a good look at that. But I got some black Moscows in here. I got one male. You can kind of see them down over there swimming. I got one male and probably about another 10 females in here. And they are in here with some very small fry of African cichlids. And I'm just letting them live out here. These African cichlids starting to get some good size on them too. But there's tons of little fish up in here. So I got the guppies with the Africans. So eventually the Africans obviously will take down the guppies. But for right now, as they small, I seen the guppies chasing the Africans, to be honest with you. But for right now, it'll work. But I can see that little African, I can't even focus on him. He's so white. But they starting to get some size and starting to color up though. That's what's going on down there. Let's switch over to this. Let me turn this light on so you guys can get a better understanding of these. My flower horns. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start to separate these guys because this dude right here is becoming mean and nasty. I had some pearl gouramis in here, but I caught him bullying the pearl gourami, so like they gotta come out, and I think I'm gonna just go ahead and separate these flower horns and put them in their own aquarium so that way I can really start grooming them, especially this guy. I know this is going to be a male, just of how the growth of size he is compared to like the other ones. So I know for sure that's going to be a male, so I'm going to move him out so that way he can start to groom, get that nuka hump, because these are some very, very beautiful. They call red dragon flower horns. You want to look that up, red dragon flower horns. So they're going to look phenomenal once they get bigger. But that's what's going on here. This tank, man, let me turn this other light off. This tank is just looking good right now, yo. I've been dosing this tank, and I'm starting to see a lot of growth out of this lily right here. Starting to get a lot of new growth, and like the low light plants, you know, like the Amazon swords, I don't really do so well with those. I think they need more root tabs than anything. But as far as like the cribs, yeah, let me get a good shot. The cribs and like this lilies, they do just fine in here, but I need to kind of like maybe get some root tab. I haven't put any root tabs in here, and this tank is dirted as well, so we'll see how it works. I've noticed over the time keeping dirted tanks, they grow a little bit more than just having like a regular substrate, but you still got to add in some dosing. You still got to do some root tabs to really get the full growth for your plants. But dirted tanks definitely work. You know, you can see this tank is crystal clear. Only thing it has on it is 2 sponge filters, no other filtration. And this thing is crystal clear right now, so looking good, actually looking really good. But a little update on that. Let me check on this betta down here. See if we can get a shot of him. He'll never come out. It's a boring little fish, but a beautiful little fish. I didn't wipe the glass in this tank, so it's kind of smoggy, so you guys can excuse me on that, but the tank is doing good. As you can see, I got more of the same guppies, swordtails. I just got so many of these fried. They just living it out in there. Eventually, all this stuff is going outside to breed or sell, whatever I decide I'm going to do with it. Look at our puffer. Hanging out. Everybody hungry, though. He hungry, too, because normally he does not be at the top. So he's hungry, trying to put some clams in here. In the next video, probably me feeding all my fish down here in the fish room. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But he looking good. Look at this cat. Turn this light on. Look at this cat, man. Swimming. Come swim for us. We want to see you swim. If you follow me on my Instagram, man, I try to post a lot of updates on my fish and things like that on my Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, Boss Aquatics, make sure you go do that because I'm always showing updates and giving you guys little snippets and stuff before they enter the YouTube world. So Go check it out. But this dude getting big. I wish he would swim for y'all, but he's not. Now we gotta check on the exodons. Turn this light on too. Woo! Tank is just beautiful, man. Just absolutely phenomenal. Just love these fish. Beautiful. As you see down here, you guys remember I had put in a pair of flag festivals in here. They starting to come out. They getting a little bit adjusted. I took out a lot of the plants because they were just hiding. Like, man, I got to get these guys to get a little adjusted. And if you notice, this tank, you probably like wonder, like, what is that on there? I had sealed this tank with silicone. Horrible job, but it's holding water. So, you know, I'm not complaining. But we got this pair still in here. I don't see the female, but I'm sure she's still hiding. But the male's starting to get a little bit more comfortable. He's definitely eating. And they just still shy. But I give them another week or so, and that'll be all right. See what else going on down here. Now I'm just looking at fish at this point. This is my Fahaka puffer. Where you at? Oh, I see him back there hanging out. Looking good. Be eating the crap out of bloodworms. That's all he eat. Tear up bloodworms and little snails. That's all I feed him, and he just tears them up. I kind of want to move him to a smaller tank, but I feel like I need to leave him in here. Because he's going to get bigger, but like, do he need this big old 20-gallon by himself right now? You know, maybe I can upgrade him later, but still maybe moving, downsizing him to like a 10-gallon or something for a couple more months until he start to really put on some size. But maybe you guys can give me some insight on that. See what's going on over here. These dudes over here are breeding like crazy. So I had the swordtails in here, but I moved them out because these dudes are just taking off on me. I got fry everywhere, fry inside the breeder box. So I'm really liking these fish. And I got these fish from Mr. Feed the Fish. Shout out to him, man. He gave me these fish. So they're definitely doing what they do up in here. Enjoying it. Everything over here is pretty the same. Nothing has changed. This is the African cichlid female that we are going to be stripping. And I can go ahead and do that now. We're at that point of the video where I can go ahead and just strip her. So for the people that's never seen this done, this will be a learning experience. I'm going to be doing this with one hand. So you have to bear with me. Because normally I would strip her with something open her mouth, but I'm gonna do it with just one hand. Let me get her. All right, you see she's real skinny. She has a mouthful, and I'm sure that she has plenty of fries. So this is what I do. Let me see if I can get a better shot. Excuse the shakiness, but all I do is hold her by the side of her mouth right here, and I just squeeze her mouth open. And there you go. And sometimes you pull her out the water, release her back in, shake her a little bit. Most of the time you would just hold her mouth open with like a pin or something, whatever. But for the sake of the video, I can't do that. So I'm just stripping her by just squeezing her mouth open. And you see the fry trying to get back in her mouth. She got quite a few this time too. They still coming out. Sometimes I shake her, let that air get in her mouth, and then I put her back in, then she'll spit. And then sometimes you have to just take them. Let me see if I can get all this on camera. I'm trying my best, y'all, so just bear with me. Sometimes you just look in there, and she still has fry in there. So once I see she still got fry, boom, there, that other one just came out. As you can see, we got tons of fry in here. Tons of little fry. So we're gonna go ahead and get these guys into a better situation so we can grow these guys out, and I'm super excited about that. Now down here, I already took these guys out of here. These are a bunch of Kerbency babies. They're so small I can barely focus on them, but we got tons of Kerbency babies. This is their tank. I don't know if they see their parents. And all them snails, what them ram horn snails, they just take over this substrate. But we got two beautiful. You can kind of see one of the Carbensis back there in the back, and the other one probably in that little cave. But these guys breed like crazy. I done had about 3 or 4 generations of them already. So we got some new fry, new African cichlid babies, and we got some new Carbensi babies. And you can see right here, we got this green water tank. You can't even see in it, but if you look from the top, there's tons of baby guppies in here swimming. But this is like straight green water right now. You can't even see in the aquarium. It's crazy, ain't it? But the next thing I want to breed is these guys down here. These are new species of African cichlids I picked. I think I showed them in my last video, but I want to start breeding these guys next. And hopefully they can start doing what they got to do here soon. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. I went ahead and put the fry into those 2.5s down there on the fry rack. So I'll give you guys an update on them in future videos. But like I said, that's going to be pretty much it for today's content. If you learned something, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I drop these videos. And leave me some suggestions below on some tanks and things I should change down here. And I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out of here.